Okay, so we're going to warm up through our legs a little bit first. My watch doesn't feel like it's comfortable today either. I don't know what is going on with me. There we go, that's better. Okay, so just to warm up a little bit through our legs, we're just going to put one foot forward and one foot slightly back. I'm going to bend this back knee and come down. Okay, so just warming up through our hips. We're also stretching our hamstrings out and warming our quads up a little bit as well. Okay, so from this side, one foot forward, one foot back. And we're just going to push back, our shoulders back, nice flat back. Okay, so just come down. Little glute squeeze at the top if you want. Just warm up through those glutes a little bit as well. So we're just stretching out, warming up through our hips a little bit. Okay, then we're going to change legs. So same thing, one foot forward, one foot back. Bend that back knee, come through. You always find one's a little bit tighter than the other. Put your hands behind your back if you prefer. Keep those shoulders back. So just warming up through those hips. And then we're just going to put our feet about hip width apart and we're just going to turn our knees out and in. Just warm up through those little hip sockets. Okay, while we're just warming up through our hips, we're just going to, I'll just go through what we're doing the first ones. So we've got snatch first and we're doing that for 50 seconds. So we've gone up a little bit in time this week. So we've got 50 seconds of snatch. Then we go straight into 40 seconds of clean and squat, and then 30 seconds of swings or cardio. We're going to do that 4 times. I think I've put a little rest in between each band, she says. Okay, a little bit of march on the spot. A bit cold this morning as well, isn't it? Okay, so that's our first lot. Then the second, we've got straight leg deadlifts into a high pull. And then we've got curtsy squat, which is just going the same side each time when we're holding our kettlebell down by our side. I'll explain obviously later. Then the swings and cardio again. And then we've got 50 seconds of lateral lunge and row. 40 seconds of figure eights. Obviously I'll go through all the moves we haven't done before. And then swings and cardio. And then we'll finish with our arms. Okay. So just some little body weight laterals just to keep warming up our legs. We've got quite a lot of leggy stuff today. Okay, and our cardio's gone back to the ends of the rounds again this week. Okay, so just to warm up our body a little bit, do some up and overs. Out our shoulders, nice and warm. Okay, and then you just hold your band above your head, little pull apart the top. Tighter. Feel like they're working a little bit. Okay, if you haven't got a band, just do some shoulder circles. Yeah. Yeah, so we are very, very leggy today. Everything's all on the legs. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go with our snatch first. So if you remember, when we do our snatch, we're going to punch through the air when it gets to about there. So you swing down and then push through. Okay, there is a snatch. Have I got a snatch one? I think there is a snatch how-to somewhere throughout one of my classes, so I will try if I can to find which one it is and maybe just make a small version of it so you can just do the snatch, but it might be on there anyway somewhere. Okay, so what you do is you hike back between your legs, one for momentum, and then we're going to swing all the way up and push through. Okay, that was slightly exaggerated, that. Okay, so when you come through, just snap up, yeah, straight above your head, bicep by your ears, yeah? And when you bring it down, back to the midline and swing through. Okay, so we have done these before. Okay, so we've got snatch, clean and squat, so you clean, same again, hike back through, up to clean, down into the squat, back through, squat, yeah? Okay, and then next one, swings and cardio, so either your swings or your skipping, skaters, burpees, squat jumps, whatever you fancy. Okay? So let me find my peepers. Okay, so I'd say it's a little bit short this one, but it is very, very leg heavy. Okay, we just make sure my beats are on before we go. Just give me a little sec while I sort out my beats. Yeah, okay, so they're on. Okie dokie, so straight into snatch, so we're going to stay on the same arm for the snatch, change it on the next round, okay? So these are 50 seconds, rest if you need to. If you need to take a few seconds out, please do, and then come back in as soon as you're ready. Okie dokie? Right, let's go then. So snatch first, one for momentum, all the way up and through, down. Nothing like starting the workout with a bang, is there? Okay, so this first section's 50 seconds, a little bit longer than usual. I think we can do now. Wait till we get to the minute longs. There we go. Okay, and rest. Into that clean and squat, so you're going to hike back, clean up, down into your squat. Okay, and back through, clean, squat. Good, okay. Gonna go into swings, two-handed swings, just for our cardio section. Only 30 seconds on these ones. Got a little 15-second rest after this. Good. Take a little rest. Gonna come back in with those snatches. Hands are falling down. Okay, back into the snatches, second hand. So all the way up, through. Bring it down. seconds left. And rest. Into that clean and squat. Hike back first. Clean up. Squat down. There we go. Into our cardio, so either chin skipping, burpees, squat jumps, jog on the spot, skaters, any of those. And rest 15 seconds. Gonna come back in with that snatch. On the first side. Okay. So hike back. One swing for momentum. Then all the way up and through. The little long sections is more than capable of getting them through. Okay, little rest. Back in to those squats. Clean up. Squat down. Pass the bell through. Up. Down. There we go. And then into those swings. Woo. Using those hips. Go and take a little rest. Gonna come back into those snatches on your second hand. 50 seconds of these. Back through. All the way up. Drop down. Up. Nearly done. About 10 seconds left. Whew. Okay, into those clean and squat. So bell goes back, clean up, squat down. into that cardio section. Then we'll have a little 2-minute rest. I'll go through what we're doing next. There we go, and take a rest. So we've got 2 minutes rest now. Have a little drink. Hydration and all. Okay, so we've got a straight leg deadlift into an upright row. Then we've got a curtsy squat with a kettlebell by our side, and we're just going to do one side at a time and then alternate on the next round. And then we've got our swings and cardio section again. Okay, so straight leg deadlift and a high pull. So feet hip width apart, soft knees, hinge down, shoulders are back still. Come back up into that high pull. I think these were on last week's as well, weren't they? Just warm up our shoulders for later for arms. And then we've got our curtsy squat with the bell by our side. So it's the leg which the bell is next to, which goes backwards. And then the idea is keep your balance up. As you go down, don't let that bell pull you. Come back up, step back out. Step behind, curtsy squat down, come up and over, okay? So doing the same side all the time on those. And then back into our swings and cardio. Still got a bit more rest left to get your heart rate down. I'm moving my mat to make it a bit bigger for those curtsy squats. Okay, so hold our bell by the side on those curtsies. Gonna go down, keeping our chest up, hold for a couple of seconds, back up, and step out, okay? Straight leg deadlift and a high pull first, or upright row, whatever you want to call it. And then back into those swings and cardios again. Okay, so we've got about 13 seconds left. Okay, 5 seconds, let's get ready. Okay, so straight leg deadlift first. So soft knees, shoulders are back, up, upright row, down. Okay, so those shoulders are back as we're going down. Soft knees. Little glute squeeze at the top. While you do that upright row, squeeze. Good, okay, into those curtsy squats. So your bell's by your side and this leg is going behind this leg. So the leg the bell's on goes behind. Going to squat down, hold, come back up, step out, step back, down, hold, come back up. Okay, so it's just a second or two down in the hold. And we're trying to keep our shoulders nice and back and straight without tilting us. Okay, last one. Down, okay? Into our swings or cardio. I'm going to do cardio first this time for a change. Few more seconds. All right. Okay, so next is straight leg deadlifts. Shoulders back, hip hinge down, up. And you just want to go just until you feel the pull on your hamstrings. Don't forget, squeeze those glutes at the top while you do the upright row or the high pull. Good. Okay, into that other side now then for that curtsy. So that leg goes behind. Got a bit of issue with this leg. Squat down, hold, up and back out. Hold. Okay, so keep in that chest up. We're not going over to the side, we're not letting that kettlebell pull us down. Okay? Okay, into swings. Go down, rest. Gonna come back in. That straight leg deadlift with a little pull. Okay, so shoulders are back. Come up, squeeze those glutes for the duration of that pull and lower. Squeeze. Then we're going to go into that curtsy squat. So change back arms to the side again, down. And we're trying to keep shoulders back, chest up. And we're trying not to let this shoulder drop with the weight of the kettlebell. Okay, let's do a few holds. Hold. And up. Last one with a hold. And up. Good. Okay, back into those swings of cardio. There we go. Rest 15. Last side of these. Straight leg deadlift for the upright row. Okay, so knees soft, hinge from those hips, shoulders back, stand, squeeze those glutes while you do the pull and lower, down, squeeze, seconds. And rest. into those curtsy squats. So other side, leg goes back. We want our shoulders not to droop under the weight of that kettlebell. Try and keep those chests up. Always got one side which doesn't quite cooperate as well as the other ones. Okay, let's do a couple of holds for the last two. Hold. Back up. One last one, just hold it on the way down. Hold. And back up. Good. Okay, into those swings then. Use those hips. Swing forwards. Soft elbows. Good. And take a little rest. 2 minutes rest. And we're going to come back in with our lateral lunge and row. Figure eights. And then back into those swings and cardio. Okay, so lateral lunge and row we've done before oodles of times. So this it's the same side each side. Lateral lunge down, row while we're down there, back up. And we're rowing again into that hip. Then we've got figure eights. So you're going to pass the bell through your legs around. Okay. You might need to check out your hands while you're doing that. If you're doing so, just try not to really bend your neck down. Just try to sort of like glimpse. Okay. So quite tricky to get through on the first one, and then back into our swings and cardio. Okay, so lateral lunge and row, down to the side, and you're rowing up into your hip, yeah? So you do the row, up into your hip, back up again, down, into the hip, back up again, okay? And then those figure eights, squatting down slightly, and we're just going to pass the bell through our legs, okay? Just make sure and you keep an eye on that bell until you know the feel and the movement of it. Okay, can do it blind eventually, but it's the first time we've done these on here, isn't it? I think so. Don't worry if you drop the bell. Do it all the time. And if you want to do it with something lighter, that's fine too. Okay, so lateral lunge and row. So we're going to go down, row up into our hip, come back up again, out, down, and row. Okay, so nice and controlled on these. If you need to use your knee to lean on, that's fine. Okay, if you don't, put your hand behind your back. There we go, okay. Into those figure eights. So you're going to squat down slightly. I've got a lot of room really here. Mind don't whack the telly. Okay. So we're trying to keep our shoulders back a little bit so we're not rounding out that lower back too much. Just putting the weight gently onto those other, each leg as we go. Few seconds. Okay, into those swings or cardio. I'm going to go one arm swings for this one. If you want to go two arm, that's fine. Still using those hips to push that bell forward. Good, and rest. So we're going to come back in, other side into lateral lunge and row. Okay, so we'll start wide, go down to that lateral lunge, row up, okay? Come up and step back, step out, lunge, and row. Make sure you got your balance before you hinge down. One more. Okay, next, figure eights again. So we go down, pass through. Good. And then in, that cardio. And there we go. Little rest. Okay. Going to come back into that lateral lunge and row again. My glutes are feeling it today. Okay, so down, row up to the hip, stand up. Don't forget you can lean on this knee if you want to, as you come down for that row. And rest into those figure eights. Don't forget to take a rest if you need to on any of these. Okay, get a bit of momentum going once you've got used to the movement. And then rest. Into those one arm swings if you did one arm before. If not, stick with the two. So you can do the cardio. Good. Take a little rest, 15 seconds. Come back into those lateral lunges. Okay. So down to the side, row up to that hip, forgot to step back, didn't I? Step back up and out. Sorry guys. Just check on that lower back when you're doing these. Make sure you're not rounding out. Good. Okay, into those figure eights. Last time for these. Remember, once you get a little bit of confidence of catching that bell through, have a little bit of momentum into it. Whew. Nearly done for these. Last couple. There we go. Finishing off with that cardio. There we go. And rest, guys. That is it for the legs. We'll take a little drink. Have a little rest. Little stretch. Just nice big arm circles. Back and round. Especially after those shoulders we just did then. Very good. Okay, so lots of legs today. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Bend this back knee. Push your bottom back. Tilt forward. Lift that toe. If you can't feel that going through your glutes, chest out, shoulders back. Bend both knees, come up. Change legs. Back, tilt back, lift forwards, lift that toe, and then chest out, shoulders back. That should go all the way to your glutes then. If not, just reset, try and start again. And bend both knees, come up. Quad stretch. Be a little bit achy on the legs later on. Just go through these stretches again if you want. Okay, feel a bit tight. We haven't done much back and chest, so just have a little stretch out for these today. Just push forwards. Okay, and then bring those arms around. Hold onto your wrist. Gonna push down and then lift up. Okay. And so arm circles finish. And as always, a big clap. Well done, guys. I'll see you soon.